All right, take two, cause I fucked that up at first take. Let's start from the beginning. Hey, y'all, I am not home. I am not in Germany. I am in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the city of my birth, and today I'm not even at my parents' house. I'm staying in a it's not an Airbnb, but they do these things now, like that are so-called apartment hotels. So I'm staying at an apartment hotel in like off South Street in Philadelphia, and I ain't been in an apartment in a minute. I can hear people walking around. It's fucking ridiculous. But that's how the fucking ball bounces, so oh fucking well. But yeah, so I'm at this apartment hotel, and I'm at this apartment hotel because I had a doctor's. Basically, due to all the fuckery that went on in the summer, I had to go. As you know, I had a miscarriage. I don't like talking about it. But in the course of all of that, the German doctor discovered I had yet another fibroid, uterine fibroid, which is not fun for me. So she's like, well, you need to probably have that taken out because it's probably making your periods really rough. And I mean, I know y'all don't want to hear about this, but I'm telling you anyway. So, and I was just like, yeah, they have been a little like, why is my life like this lately? But I just chalked it up to like, I don't even know. So I was like, whatever. So she was like, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'll call the surgery center and I'll make the appointment and they'll call you when it's time to go to your appointment. And that's how we're going to do this. Because apparently that's how they do stuff in Germany. Me being the American that I am, because I can't be anything else, I was just like, bees are in the what now? No. How this gets done is you tell me who you want me to go to. I call them and make the appointment. We have a nice consultation beforehand before anybody goes dipping in, especially something as delicate as my fragile ass lady parts. So that's how this fucking story gets told. But no, not in Germany. That story gets told. I think maybe they did do a consultation. Consultations were not thrown out there. It was basically, hi, open your legs. We're going to jam some stuff up there. We're going to snippity-doo-dah some shit. And then you're going to go home. I don't fucking know you from a can of paint, motherfucker. You're not dipping in anything. And fuck that. So here I am in the United States getting medical stuff done. So since I was like, fuck that, I don't know anything about people just running in and poking at my lady bits. Why don't we find an American situation and then I can meet them and give them the green light and then like everybody is going home and my lady parts aren't all fucked up. So, and that's not to say, please don't misconstrue it. I know I made it sound like that I was going to be horrifyingly mutilated. I do not think that's the case. I just didn't feel comfortable going in for surgery without having spoken or seen the surgeon beforehand. I may be wrong, but that was how the lady, the German gynecologist lady explained it to me. I was just like, I don't feel comfortable with this. I'm going to go the fuck back to the United States. So it's just what I'm used to. I am sorry. I don't mean to be insulting, but it's just what I'm comfortable with. I want to meet my doctors beforehand. So I've been here since last Saturday. I got in and it was just like, okay, got adjusted at my parents' house, had to go to Target. This is the shit that happened to me when I came in June, when we had to deal with the house situation in June. I walked into a damn Walmart and was like, what the fuck is happening? So you don't understand how like massive American stores are until you've been to a tinier store. And it's not that Kaufland's, where we go shopping, is small. It's a really big shopping like grocery spot, but it's not as big as the United States, and you can't get jumbo size shit in a Kaufland's. Everything is like reasonably sized. In America, they just, you coming out, it's like some line on some old cartoon for like the old Garfield cartoon where John was on a date with the veterinarian lady and he went to the movies and he came in with like this giant popcorn and the vet lady was like, I thought you were going to get a small. John is like, this is a small. The large comes in a Coliseum. In America, everything comes in a fucking Coliseum. So it's just kind of like, when I went in the Target, my mind just sort of like, I'm not ready for this. So I went in the Target, I bought some shit, and I went to Sesame Place because my nieces were going to Sesame Place because they were doing like a Halloween situation. And Monday was my only day off. Every other day this week, I've been to the lady doctor. I've been to the dentist. I've been to the regular doctor today, and tomorrow I have to get an ultrasound done, having to do with the stuff for my lady bits. So that's why I'm staying downtown, because the doctor's appointment today was like at 11:45, but my ultrasound is tomorrow at 4. And I don't know if you know Philadelphia, but the traffic in Center City from 3 o'clock to about 8, in fact, maybe about 7, is fucked. And I wasn't trying to figure out how to do Uber and stuff and have them screaming. So I was just like, fuck it. I haven't had a moment to myself in like about 2 weeks. So let me just take this time to be alone and deal with my problems. So this is why I am here at the Sonder on the Queen is what it's called. On South Street. And I realized I ain't been on South Street in about probably 15, 16 years, between 15 and 17 years. I think the last time I was down here, because when I used to date back in 2004, I think 2004 was the last time my dumb ass was down on South Street. And I used to meet all my dates on the at the Starbucks on the corner, I want to say, of 4th and South. I don't think it's still there. But yeah, I used to meet all my dates there because I was like, it's a good meeting place. It's a public spot. If I don't like you, I know how to get home from here. This is before I had a driver's license. So I was like, I know how to get home from here. It's fine. But yeah, I don't think I've been down here since 2004. And I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know if it was the pandemic that fucked everything up. But it's a sea. It's a fucking ocean of closed ass stores and vacant, empty stores. And I think I was telling Jose when he called like a while ago, I was like, I think it's all fucked up like this because of the pandemic. But I remember hearing whispers of that South Street was kind of on the blink, on like his last leg, like even before I left. So I don't know. I was just like, well, damn, that's fucked up. So I couldn't remember how to get, because I started my day here because I could store my luggage, and then walked 15 blocks. I ain't done that in about 1,000 damn years. But I walked 15 blocks to the doctor's office today, and it was weird. It was like taking a walking tour through my life. I was like pointing out buildings, like, I remember going there. I remember going there. I remember some shit happened right there. I remember this corner. Some dude was talking to me and a former friend got all pissed off because some really handsome white guy was trying to ask me out for a date. It was weird. I was like, shit, man, fuck. Walking tour of Achan history. It was so damn bizarre. But it was kind of refreshing, and once I started figuring out where to walk, it was like it all came back to me. It was like I never fucking left. So, I don't know, it's just so weird walking around Center City, because this was like in my early 20s, this was South Street, Center City, all that shit was my shit. So, and now it's like, the fuck? I was going to go to the shops at the Bellevue today just to kill time. So before check-in, I went downstairs because I was super hungry. I hadn't eaten. I pretty much got up, got showered, got in a lift, and came my dumb ass down here. Did not eat anything. Damn sure didn't drink anything like a fucking fool. And just was like, oh, we going to do this. Although my doctor was able to take my blood, because I was like, if you want to do blood work, you might as well get it now, because I haven't eaten or drank anything all day. He was like, oh, great, we can do that too. So, and my arm is all fucked up because I got a flu shot. So, that fucking happened. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, it's just so weird just walking around places that I used to hang out, and I do not hang out at them anymore because I don't live in the area anymore. In fact, even when we moved back to the US, I'm still not moving back to Pennsylvania. I'm moving to Virginia next, is the next move. So, so tired of moving. That's a whole ass other vlog though. But yeah, so I'm not sure how long I will be in Philadelphia. It's pretty much depending on if I need surgery or not. If I don't need surgery, I'll be going back to Germany. If I need surgery, then I'll stay for the surgery and then take my dumb ass back to Germany. So after I heal up. So I don't fucking know. So, but it is weird being here. It was so fucking weird. I need to post the pictures I took up on Insta spam today. I took some pictures. I forgot how lovely Center City can be. It's like I was walking through Washington Square. I was walking through the park there. I was like, motherfucker. And then I remembered I used to walk through that park all the time because I used to work near that park. And every time I would want to murder my coworkers because they would inevitably try to throw me under the bus for some shit. And I'd be like all stabby and mad. I would just walk. I would take a half an hour and go walk in that park and be like, if anybody talks to me, I'm gonna fucking punch somebody. So how about I just sit in this park for half an hour and rebuild my sorry life? So yes, I used to work. I was like, shit, I used to work here. I remember walking through this park. It's the park where the lady was like, oh, you want a coat because it's cold? This little girl, and I still remember this real vividly, this little girl had on no sleeves, and it was March, and it was cold and windy. And I'm looking at this little girl like, why did your mother? And then her mother was like, you need a coat because you're cold? Bitch, yes, she need a coat. What the fuck? It's cold. It's March and windy. Why is she wearing a sleeveless dress in March? What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? What kind of parenting is this? So, and then we're like, oh, you want a coat? No, bitch, I want to sit here and freeze to death. Because you the dumbass that let me walk out the house with no fucking sleeves on my arms, my little child arms. Way to go on the parenting, man. But, yeah, I walked, that was that park. And I was like, oh shit, that's the park today. So, there's just so much I just forgot about. Not living here and going to other countries that are just like, what? And then I come back to Philly, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what. So, although I still say, like, looking around at Pennsylvania and looking around at, remembering some of the things I've seen in Germany, because Pennsylvania had like a lot of German, let me clear this up for y'all right now. Now, I know people like to say the Pennsylvania Dutch. They are not the Pennsylvania Dutch. They are the Pennsylvania Deutsch, which means the Pennsylvania Germans. So, because Americans are going to American is just what the fuck we do. And we don't know, I don't know, our asses from our elbows sometimes, and we're just like, what, the Pennsylvania Dutch? It's the Dutch, and that's the Dutch, right? No, it's the Pennsylvania Deutsch, which is the Pennsylvania Germans. But I can see the overlap between Germany and Pennsylvania. I could see where they, like, the people that immigrated from Germany back in the day were like, the fuck? This look like the place we just left. Like, yeah, so, okay, well, fuck that, that's where we're gonna live. Now, I don't know if this is true, but I have been told by 2 different sources, which usually indicates that this has at least a ring of truth about it, that America was this close, this fucking close, by like 2 or 3 fucking votes for between speaking English or speaking German. in hindsight, I wish we chose German, because then my dumb ass wouldn't be stuck like a fucking idiot in fucking Germany, but too fucking late for that. So, but I heard by 2 votes that didn't go through, and they were like, I guess we'll speak English instead of German, because it was that damn many German people at that point in time living in Pennsylvania. So, why the fuck didn't you, like, you could at least did like a bilingual situation, then I wouldn't be all fucked up. But it's not about me. I don't even know what it's about, but it's definitely not about Achan's needs and wants and desires for shit. So sorry I haven't been doing vlogs, but again, you see why. You see I'm not at my parents' house. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing vlogs at my parents' house, because my father is retired and I like to fucking swear. And this is one of the reasons I'm glad I'm by myself right now, because I haven't said not one fucking swear word in about, I got here last Saturday, since last fucking Saturday. You know how hard that is for me to choke down an F-bomb? Fuck is one of my favorite words. Why do you think I say fuckery so much? Because I love it. I can't curse like that in front of my parents. My mom will slap my damn face off. Face be flying down the block, like, oh, she cursed right in front of her mother. That's just what the fuck happens. And then so she slaps the person that said that. So yes, I haven't been cursing, and it's just like, it's been hurting my soul. My soul needs swear words in it. So part of the reason I'm glad I'm down here tonight, so I'll be like, fuck that shit. Be on there by myself. So I don't know. But I guess that's all I have for right now, and I am exhausted. It's only 6:30. I don't fucking know. It's like, it's a part of me that wants to lay down and go to bed, because while it might be 6:30 here, oh no, we're 5 hours behind, because Germany went to daylight savings time. So it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, man. Oh, before I go, I don't mean to be talking about my parents, but besides the not cursing thing, I realize that I do not watch a lot of television, because my parents watch a lot of like YouTube, Hulu, Netflix. Like my dad, I caught him watching Netflix, which was kind of surprising, but my parents don't do apps like that. I kind of wish they would, but in fairness to them, they watch, if you are 20 something, if you're in your 20s or early 30s, I'm going to tell you something that blasted my mind when I heard it recently, like in the last 6 months. It was one of those radio TTS things where they were like, name something strange about being 40. And somebody was like, the weirdest thing about being 40 is watching your parents turn old. And I was just like, yeah, so fucking bizarre. So my parents are in their 60s. My dad is 67 and my mom is 66. And they watch old people television. And it's something in my head that's like, that'll never be me. It'll fucking be me. You don't know why it'll be me? Because it'll be every one of us. God willing, we live that long. But my dad was watching 2.5 Men on regular TV. And was watching some show he used to love back in the late 90s called Third Rock from the Sun. I hated that show then. I hate it now. It's just weird. It's like about these aliens that come to Earth and they're trying to get their lives together or whatever. I don't fucking know. I hated that show then and I hate it now. Mom be watching something called MeTV. It is truly, like, she watches Green Acres and stuff. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, this will be my black ass one day. And I'm be like, I'm gonna be sitting there watching, like, what the fuck did I used to watch as a kid? I don't even know. Unless it was like Garfield and Friends. I don't even fucking know. Like maybe like the old Muppet Show or some shit. I don't fucking know. But it'll be me one day. I'm not even front and be like, no, I'm not gonna be that bitch. I am definitely gonna be that bitch, and I'm gonna be confused because I am that old bitch watching old ass 80s and 90s shows. Like, oh, I remember that was the jam. It's just sad, and it will happen to you too. Don't lie to yourself. Don't try to front on a situation. You know, just accept the shit. You're gonna be watching whatever the fuck you were watching in the 2000s, and that's just what it's gonna be about. And when you Zers come around, you're gonna be watching exactly what you watched in the early 2010s. It happens to everybody because you just get stuck at some certain point that you get fucking stuck at, and I don't know what the fuck to tell you. So, I don't know. So that is all I have, and I will see y'all again probably tomorrow because I need to get all these vlogs out before I have to go back to my parents' house Saturday. But until then, later.